Booyah, what's pop locking, y'all? Big Cool Boy, Robotic Puppets, West Coast Pop Lockers, down here at Cool Boys Boxing Camp and Dance Academy. And this is my YouTube channel where I allow pop lockers to come and express themselves. Talk about what happened, talk about how it went down, and talk about what you gonna do or what you did. You feel me? This is Cool Boys Pop Locking channel. Let's have some pop lock talk, y'all. Talk your shit. Booyah!
Booyah! Boom, 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 booyah! What's pop locking, y'all? Big Cool Boy. Oh man. Oh man. It's time for some pop lock talk, man. I love this shit, man. I love talking about some. Hey nigga, can you robot? Hey, can you break that shit down? Hey, I love pop lock talk, homie. Hey, you got your shit, you got your animation right? Hey, homie, you got your 3D right? Man, I love some pop lock talk. Hey, check this jam out, man. This jam is produced by West Coast Stone. Okay, and it's me, Marty McFly, Tidy Bone, rapping. West Coast Pop Lockers, Robotic Puppets. And this song we did years ago, but for some reason, homie, it's crazy how things work. The song is starting to blow up even more and more around the world. Every time I go on the internet, I see some kids in Australia getting down to it. I see some kids in Japan getting down to it. Man, everybody is pop locking to this song, man. I want y'all to look it up, man. It's called Watch Me Do the Robot. Hey.
So let's take it from the top.
Whoa, I like the way you move. Hey, y'all look this jam up, man. It's called Watch Me Do the Robot. Check me out. If you see that when you look it up, you know you got the right video. Look at Cool Boy. That's when I had the ponytail. Tick, tick, tock. Now watch me do the robot. Watch me do the robot. I'm low riding today, man. I low ride with a car club called the Dirty OGs. We be dipping, homie. Shout out to my low riding homies, Weasel Loke, Shotgun, Little Weeds, the homie Dre. Woo, this a cold jam right here. Whoa. Today on Pop Lock Talk, man, we're going all the way to Chi-Town, homie. We're going all the way to Chi-Town, man. Robot Mafia in the building. Chicago. Check me out. This is me right here, y'all. Pop Lock, I bang. Hood body, my gang vibrate. With my chucks untied, low, tidy. Marty McFly, I like to do why did it with the talk box phone. So rough, so tough, zap bang. I give me 5 when I backslide. I give me 5 when I backslide. I give me 5 when I backslide. West Coast Stone got us locking on this rack ride. Man, y'all look this up, homie. Hey, don't y'all forget to subscribe, man. Subscribe. Support the Pop Lockers one time. God damn it. That's how I be dipping. Yeah. Robot Mafia in the building. Let me see who's in the lobby right now. Whoa. Who's in the lobby? We got Robot Mafia in the building. My Chicago Pop Lockers. Woo, man, we get Pop Lock Talk is hitting everybody, homie. Look at Marty McFly. Can y'all see Marty McFly? We got Poppin Chuck in the building. Poppin Chuck. He too cool. You know he too cool. Come on, man. Poppin Chuck, come on, man. Groove with me for a minute, homie. Groove with me for a minute, Poppin Chuck. Groove with me for a minute. T-Bugs. Look at these cats. They got their robots with them. Look at these cats. They are well organized. Who groomed y'all? Who groomed y'all, goddammit? Look at T-Bugs. They got makeup artists and everything. This is a professional pop locking crew right here. God damn it.
That's right.
Now watch me
Professional.
do the robot. Watch me do the robot. Looking Poppin Chuck, looking like the manager and shit. Poppin Chuck, T-Bugs, what's pop locking with
Why
y'all,
you make
man?
that bigger?
Yo, what's up, man? What's happening?
Pop lock love to y'all, homie.
Why you make it bigger?
Damn you, brother.
Hey man, y'all ducking and dodging that COVID?
Like a professional prize fighter.
You slipping on them, homie. Get off me. Get off me, COVID. Get off
That's
me.
right. Got a stick and move with the jab.
Yeah.
Bob it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I like what y'all got going on right there, man. Y'all want to tell me about that? Is that your logo right there, Poppin Chuck? The robots, is that your logo? The mascot? Is that the mascot?
That's our new little flavor right there.
Yeah, that's our little mascot.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I like y'all crew, man. Can I? I want to be in the crew, homie. Who I got to talk to?
Talk to T.
I got to talk to
Yeah.
T.
You know, man, you know you in the crew you want to be.
Hey, do it. I ain't got to have a Chi-Town address.
Nope. All you gotta do is just love pop locking, man.
That's right. Get your
That's
robot
what
type. Get your robot type.
Okay, get my robot right. Okay, I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna get my shit Chi-Town style. Hey, if Cobra can hear us, man, Cobra, you got to turn your camera on, man. We know you in there. Come on, man, so we can get some pop lock talk going because this right here is gonna be epic. I got the full robot mafia in the building.
I'm gonna
Yes.
make the picture bigger. I think it's real small.
No, you good. You good, Chuck. Just stay in the frame. Just stay in the frame.
Yeah, my picture came out real tiny.
Well,
Okay.
I think we all kind of tiny because mine is too, but you know, you just gotta stay in the frame.
I can see yours real good, T.
I
Mine's
can
like
see
a little box. Mine's a little bitty box. Like a little
Cobra,
bitty
if you
box.
can hear us, man, turn your camera on, man, because we're about to get some pop lock talk going down, homie.
Yeah, Holmes, you gotta click that camera icon at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Click it.
you got to get more centered, man. You like you got one half of your face, you like this. We need you like, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Robot too. Look, I got more robots.
Man, where you getting all them damn robots from, man?
I got this at the Museum of Science and Industry.
Oh, man.
This is a sharpener. It actually walks.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's a sharpener.
Poppin Chuck, make him get down, homie.
Yeah, they can bust a move.
I got a pencil. I don't know if I can make him walk. Let me see. You gotta open up his chest. Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before.
I gotta get a pencil. I gotta get a pencil. Oh,
All right. Well, I can make mine get down.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna try to collect my little robot collection.
Okay, so, fellas, let's get down, homie. Let's get down.
Yeah.
All right.
Who created the crew Robot Mafia?
All right. Well, that would be me. I think that was like around 2000, about 2007. I created a Robot Mafia. I was just chilling in my room. I was talking to Cobra, and I was like, "Yo, man, you know, because the other group was totally dead." And I was like, "We're just us two getting down right now." So I said, "Man, let's do a whole new thing." And a lot of people ask me, "Where you get the name from, T?" Just since I'm with Cool Boy, I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. I was watching Futurama, and they had like cartoon gangsters called the Robot Mafia. I was like,
Oh.
I said, man, gotta be a sharp ass name for a group. So I said, hey, we're gonna roll with that.
Yeah.
So that's how we came up with the name and started the group.
So T-Bugs, I heard you say, homie, the other members left. What crew was it before? It was before Robot Mafia.
Oh, before Robot Mafia, it was the Street Patrol, and that group was started back in 1981. So what happened? We got older. A lot of members got married. Had the kids. They had to do the the other things, so they could no longer participate. So I was like, okay, cool. So I said it came down to me and Cobra. I was like, well, it's just us two, man. And so we got it going. And then I think Cobra had hooked up with Chuck somehow over the internet, right?
Yeah. MySpace. MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. That's old, dog. And so that's how we hooked up with Chuck.
If I'm not mistaken, man, I think Cobra was out here at one time. I think I remember seeing Cobra at Venice Beach. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, we was there in 2000 and was it 8 for the second Poppers picnic.
Okay.
And we went to the beach.
We went to the beach.
Yeah, that was second Poppers picnic. Right.
Yeah, I'll be happy when you get online because I think me and him was chopping it up, and maybe he'll remember more than I remember. But T-Bugs, Poppin Chuck. Well, first of all, T-Bugs, I already know you know, but it's good to hear it from a cat like me. You got Poppin Chuck on your team, and I appreciate you guys taking care of him because he is a true LA pop locker, homie, from the Cali.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's our loved one. That's like we let one of our loved ones go. You know what I'm saying? But we see that he went and got him a good family that loves him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all don't want to have us come out there now.
Let's not have any of that.
No, but
he's a valuable member to our crew, and Chicago has embraced him as one of our own also.
So I'm gonna be honest. This is Pop Lock Talk, man, where we tell the truth and get down to the nitty gritty. I was upset when Chuck left, and I was like, man, what are you gonna do out there? He ain't gonna pop lock.
Oh yeah, I'm always pop.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know he gonna get down, but I really didn't expect for this to happen. And then when I started watching him on the internet, I said, oh shit. Not only is he getting down, but he done came across some brothers that's hard. When I see y'all get down, I'll be like, man, Chuck, you got some dudes that can bust. He went to Chicago and found the hardest dudes he can find, which is cool because that's who he needs to fit in with.
Yeah.
That's the way, I'm just sharing my perspective, Chuck, on how I see things, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're being humble, so I'm gonna speak for you. You know, you're supposed to be with the A1s. You know what I mean? Right. From where he come from. And I'm just backing him up. Whatever he's been saying about himself, we lost him. I'm validating for him, homie. He's an icon here on the West Coast.
Yeah.
He's a true icon here on the West Coast. A real pop locker, man. And I guess it's about giving people their flowers now when they still alive to their face. And to me, that's the real deal, how you do things, man. You know, I lost Mr. Animation, and me and Mr. Animation used to argue and fight over the phone. And it wasn't like we were hating on each other. It was more like a big brother, little brother. It was like Richard Pryor telling Eddie Murphy what to do and Eddie being hard-headed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never got to tell that dude how much I appreciate him, how much I loved him, and then he passed away and it broke my heart, and I was like, man.
Right.
And so I vowed to myself I would never not tell somebody how I view them. And Poppin Chuck, I'm here to tell you, man, that you are an icon and you represent well. You went to Chi-Town, and I know you telling them I'm from Cali, and so when they looking at you, they're like, oh, that's what Cali look like? And you repping it well. Yeah, this is what Cali look like. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and then you went to a team that's just dope, man. When I watch T-Bugs get down, I'd be like, man, this dude, goddamn. This dude, oh my goodness. You know? Chuck, how you feel out there, man? I don't want to speak for you.
I feel good, man. I wish there were more older, older poppers out here, like more of us. That's why we made up Robot Mafia, because it was just the elders. It was like, it's because we're older, and the Mafia actually stands for, the acronym stands for Masters Aligning Forces Influencing All.
Yeah.
Say it again, homie.
Say it again, Chuck.
Masters Aligning Forces Influencing All.
Influencing all.
So we got to live up to that name,
When y'all see us get down, it's going to touch all y'all hearts. That's what that's saying. And we're the masters of this shit. That's dope, homie. T, you came up with that?
No, that was Chuck. Chuck, you came up with that acronym, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Chuck. And I was like, yo, man, that's dope. We got to put that in the game.
We were like, oh, we the Mafia, but we don't want to come out too sinister, so we have to tell you what we mean. Like, we want to perform for kids, and like this has to do with mastery. It has to do with connecting with people and unifying and producing a great product. So we have to show you, in an acronym what we do.
Dope.
So like, what does the Mafia stand for? What's the dots in between? What does that stand for? And then it separates it from the cartoon and any other group called Robot Mafia.
Dope.
Yeah.
Now T, you didn't meet Chuck until he came out there, right?
Yeah, I didn't meet Chuck till because Chuck met
Cobra first.
Right.
And then I met him because they came over. I think y'all came over to the crib.
Yeah, we came.
Yeah. So we just started,
So when you saw Chuck get down for the first time, what you say to yourself?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. I saw Chuck on YouTube getting down. He was battling. I saw a video with him battling the Funny Bones. I was like, damn, man, that's cold, man. I was like, damn. And then like a couple of weeks later, Pat ended up bringing him to the crib. I said, man, this dude cold, man. I said, oh no. I said, man, he got to be in the group with us, man. What we got to do? So I was impressed with Chuck from first time I saw him on YouTube. Then I saw him in person. I was like, yeah, we're gonna be right.
Hey, Chuck, is he referring to when you was with Sensei Bop?
Yeah, that video.
When we battled the Funny Bones at Puppet Masters event in the Valley.
Start it off. Where you at? Who's coming out? Who's coming out? Battle! Old school style! Yeah! Party people! Come on, brother! Ready?
that battle went viral, didn't it?
I don't know, man. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, man, everybody know about that. If T-Bug seen it, yeah, it went
Yeah,
viral,
I was
homie.
Yeah, because cause like I said, I had no idea who Poppin Chuck was till I saw that video. Then I started looking into it. But that video right there, because we were watching it here, like man, boy, them dudes getting down. I was like, man, that little dude is cold.
T, you know what's bomb about that battle? And Chuck, correct me if I'm wrong. Chuck and Sensei Bob, of course, they from different crews, decided at that moment to come together to get in the battle. Versus the Funny Bones crew, the Funny Bones crew are together.
With the Boppin crew.
Oh, you are?
The Boppin crew. No, I was with the Boppin crew.
See, I didn't know that, homie.
Yeah, I joined up with him. Me and AK was down with him.
Okay.
So they seen us at the B-Boy Summit. Sensei Bob seen us at the B-Boy Summit, and he said, y'all bopping, y'all cold, what's your name? And at the time, we were Geomatrix. That was me and AK. And he said, y'all want to be down with us? He's like, yeah, y'all cold. They said, well, let's get down. So we just joined up with them, and they connected with us, and we went to the events and got down, and I performed with them a number of times, and this is like early 2000s.
See, that's the beauty of Pop Lock Talk, man. I didn't know the story went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Right on.
Yeah.
So, Chuck, when you got with T-Bugs and y'all, tell me how that went down. Y'all was like, okay, we finna be the crew and we finna start doing.
Okay, this is how it happened. I came to Chicago. I got a job working with the kids in the schools, right? Because they paid me more out there than they did in L.A. Because I had a hip-hop program in L.A. So the lady that worked there with me, Lady Soul, she moved back to Chicago and started and had a program out here too. That's her original program. So I started working with her. And what happened was I wanted to get down, so I already connected with Pat. And there's an event. I think it was Savior's Day or something. And I was connected to a DJ that was doing the event. So I said, hey Pat, you want to come get down at the Regal Theater? He was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, yeah, let's get down. And I don't know if we made the routine then, but we had a routine, and we got there and started popping. I said, this is good, man. And he said, I'm gonna introduce you to my homeboy T-Bug. He's always talking about T. He's like, man, I'm gonna introduce you to T. And then so and so. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So then after that, we went to T's house, and I met him, and I was like, this dude's cold, man. He got that old school stuff where you be like, that's really freaky looking. I ain't even step out in the circle seeing that dude. Like, wow, like it's a real precise, real clean, just animated and liquidy. Like, I was like, damn. I was like, ooh. And then when I see Pat, I was like, damn, this dude Cobra for real. I haven't seen nobody do that since the 80s. Good like that. That was great.
Yeah.
Where is Pat? Pat, where you at? What's going on?
I think
Should I call him?
I think you guys are a dope combination, man. Really, really dope. Are there other crews? Are there other crews in Chicago right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just younger. They're just younger crews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's other cues. I know, like right now we got the we got the Shadow Puppets happening. Yeah, Electric Funketeers. They're going to be back in the game pretty soon, and we have the Electric Samurais. But those are the three main crews that I can remember. I'm notoriously bad for forgetting shit, so y'all out here in Chi-Town don't get mad,
Hey,
and then me and T got another group coming out called the Grand Poppers.
Yeah, tell me about the group, man. Now this group right here.
The Grand Poppers.
The Grand Poppers.
Yeah.
Grand Poppers.
Somebody speak on it, man. Speak on it.
All right. Well, here's the ideal, because I think I was joking around with Chuck, because I was like, man, dog, we old enough to have grandkids and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, man, let's do the Grand. And I was like, let's do the Grand Poppers. And he was like, yo, T, that could work. So the ideal is like for poppers like over, I think it was 45, 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So at the point now where, we got kids that got kids. So the Grand Poppers was like it was like a group of OG poppers, basically.
That's dope. That's a dope idea, man. Hey, Poppin Chuck, you said earlier, man, you had a hip hop program.
Right.
Explain that. Tell me about your hip hop program, man. What does that include?
Okay, this is a program, and this is very interesting. I'm gonna drop some jewels. Later had the program here with her group in Chicago in the '90s. So when she came out to LA, she was doing choreography and doing different videos and stuff. And I met her at a reggae club. So we linked up, and she's like, "Well, you know, I have a program teach about hip hop history." I'm like, "Dude, I love hip hop. I know a lot about hip hop." She said, "Well, what do you do?" I said, "Well, I pop and I lock and I do graffiti, you know, and I've been down since the early '80s here in Los Angeles, so I can share my view on, you know, LA hip hop and hip hop in general." She said, "That's good." So what we did was we went to the Department of Parks and Recreations, and if you know who Carmelo Alvarez is, right, from the Radiotron.
Yeah.
Okay, so we seen Carmelo at a spot in MacArthur Park called Luda Soul Cafe. So we used to go over there and kick it. They had open mic, so we go over there and listen to poetry. And we seen Carmelo over there, and he said, "Hey, y'all, they're opening up the firehouse across the street, and they got a dance studio," because he knew I pop. So he was like, "Would you like to teach there?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we opened up. We started in Echo Park, and then we moved to MacArthur Park, and we taught the kids about the history of hip hop, about MCing, DJing, b-boying, and graffiti. And Mark Love was one of the DJs that was teaching there, and our homeboy Gnu, which is a graph writer and a poet, he was there. And then she brought some of the people that used to do choreography back in the day to tell the kids about the industry. And then, of course, my boy Create came and did some graffiti stuff.
Create.
We just kind of shared the history.
Yeah.
And one of those kids is now an international rapper named Dumbfounded. He's a Korean dude. He's international. He's in a movie with Eminem now.
Okay.
And quiet as kept. Do you know the group Poriotics?
No, I don't.
Okay, so it's an all Asian group. The name, when the leader's name is Jet Li. You know Popper Jet Li?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so he was my student.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got footage of us practicing at the park back then when I used to have the Thursday night practices for the LA Breakers.
Right on, Chuck. T-Bugs. Hey man, you work real good with kids as well, homie.
Oh yeah, I do some classes at Dovetail Studios here in Chicago with the kids, and then I'm doing some work at also Columbia College out here. So we're doing some things with them. I teach there, and I do some couple of things also at the University of Chicago teaching. So that's like our other main things. We try to like reach out and work with the kids here in Chicago. Try to get them interested in popping.
You love kids, huh?
Here you go, Pat.
I love kids, homie. I got the boxing gym and the dance studio. I love working with kids. Hey, but T-Bugs, you got a little young girl that you train too, don't you?
Hello?
Yeah, I got like a
camera thing at the bottom. You gotta press it.
One of my compared to my age, she definitely
your thing is up there.
Chuck,
your
Chuck,
is up there.
T-Bugs is talking, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, dog, what you doing?
Hey, tell him all he got to do is turn his camera on. Tell him we rolling. We got to keep our show professional. Let's roll.
Yeah. So what I was saying, like one of my female students, Katana Pop, I think she's out there now.
Out here?
Yeah. She taught a class out there a couple of weeks ago.
Okay. What city is she in?
I can't remember. I think she's out there by the bay.
Oh, she's up north. Okay. She's not by me. We on the Southland.
Oh, okay.
On the Southland, yeah. She's dope. You got her hitting, homie.
Yeah. She's she like when I'm working with the kids, I always try to tell them, let them know, like, popping can help teach you discipline, because this is, you have to work on it. You know, you can't just get good because you want to be good. You got to put the work in. So I try to instill that work ethic, and that's something that can carry over into other parts of their life.
You
Like
gotta be consistent. Yeah.
yeah, put that work in. That means, every day, if you want to be great, you got to work first.
Yeah. Ooh. Right. Hey Chuck, I did a pop lock talk show with all females only,
Yeah.
and one of the young ladies was from up under you.
Yeah. That's a natural one. Gold girl.
Go girl. I like her, man. She got a bomb personality. She's dope.
She cold, man. She cold.
Yeah. She was on the show, rolling her shit up on the show. I said, do your thing, home girl. Did Chuck teach you that too? Chuck said no. Yeah. Chuck, you do graffiti, man.
Yeah, you see my piece in the back.
You've been getting down for years.
My piece is in the back. See my piece right there?
How you get started with that, man?
I started in '83 in Los Angeles, inspired by, the movie Wild Style and breaking.
Ooh, Wild Style.
And then I had a couple of friends that did it, and I got into it, and, just kept on going.
Hey, Chuck, I don't know if you remember this or not. I'm going to tell you a moment I remember with you, homie. I don't remember exactly where we was at. It might have been the Poppers picnic. I don't know. And as we get older, our minds forget things, and we mess the stories up. We change them up not because we want it to sound better, but we forget shit. But I'm hoping I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm hoping you'll remember. Your jam came on, and I'm gonna tell you what your song is. And when that song came on, man, you took off, homie, like Carl Lewis in 1984. You took off and started bussing. Correct me if I'm wrong. The song that makes you move and get out like that is called Nasty Rock.
Yeah, that's
Got him. Got him. T-Buzz was, you could tell that was a natural response, and he started.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember you gave me, and I don't know, a couple other people, you had a show. I don't know, you had a talk show, you had something, and this is like '07. And I remember being in Chicago, and you said, I want to give some pop lock love out to Poppin Chuck and Lady AK, and I was like, this dude shouts out on the radio.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. I've been doing this pop lock talk. I've been doing this. It's just on a different level now. I used to do it on cable, everything.
Right.
But now everybody's into the podcast, so I had to jump on. I had to go with the trend. And plus nobody's doing this for pop lockers, man.
Right.
Poppin Chuck, what year did you start bussing?
Oh, I started bussing like '79.
Who influenced you?
Well, I seen seen it with '78. I seen Poppin' Pete and them on a show called Kicks or something. It's kind of like disco thing, and they had the black and white with the black pants and the white suspenders and the white gloves and the white hats. And Pete was hitting, boy, ping, ping, ping. And then I seen during that, I think before that, I seen the Black Messengers on the Gong Show. So that kind of inspired me, for popping. But before that, I had been roboting and locking. So I've been doing that since I was a little kid. Yeah, that's what actually inspired me to dance all together was the locking and the roboting. Watching Carol Burnett, seeing the Campbell Lockers. That was my first experience.
The Campbell Lockers.
Popping.
Where you grow up at, man?
I'm from the Crenshaw, Baldwin Hills area. I grew up on Overhill and Slauson in L.A.
Who was holding it down back then on that side of the town?
Well, it was a lot. It was a lot of people. When I came up, it was. I remember the groups back then. I remember Tick-A-Lot. This one was younger. I remember Tick-A-Lot, and then I remember his name was Sir Tick-A-Lot, and then I remember Daryl Stokes, One Armed Bandit. I would see them at Uncle Jam's Army. So I seen them at Uncle Jam's Army, or I seen them at the beach. And then a couple of dudes I used to go to high school with, they used to pop, but they weren't really they weren't really going out there. I was the only one that kind of stepped out and did stuff, So that was my thing back then. Yeah.
T-Bugs. When it comes to pop locking, man, you got a big homie in this game?
My big homie is JD3PO. That's the guy who really helped me get to. He helped me turn it from a hobby into a profession. Because he was in the Army. He was stationed out there in California, so he was going all up and down California, learning popping. So he came back here, Chicago.
Go back in.
So he came back to Chicago like around about 1980. And so when he came back, he brought like a whole lot of styles to the shy that we never even heard of. We didn't even know that all these styles existed. So I got with him, and he just started teaching me, all these different styles of popping.
Wait a minute, that's dope, homie. So he's from Chicago, though, right?
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
So he came to Cali.
Yeah.
Picked it up, and he brought it back to Chicago.
Yeah.
Was they already hidden in Chicago, or is he responsible for bringing the pop lock out there?
Well, we were already doing it, but it was like so weak and pathetic. Because when he came back, he said, "Man, y'all still on that?" Because we was like doing like we only had like about
yeah.
in a tidal wave. And he said, "Man," he said, "What's going on in my city?" He said, "That's all y'all know how to do." I said, "Yeah, man, this is where we at." So we was downtown. Actually, we was on Rush Street. Chicago was real busy, and he just started busting. And he's like, dude was hitting tuts, cobras, pythons, toy mans, all type of stuff we never even seen. I said, "Damn, dude, can I be your student, man? I'm ready to humble up and get my learning on." Of course, we had a few unbelievers, but because he smoked my other group by itself, Bunch of Funketeers. He smoked them all, and I was like, "Hey, man, I don't want to battle, man. I just want to learn." So he said, "I'll work with you."
Is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around, man. I talked to him. I talked to him like every other week. I was just over his crib, and he's just chilled. He's watching the game constantly.
So would you say your style is part of like him? When I see you, am I seeing him?
No, because I couldn't get all of the stuff because he's got a real soft style of popping, and my thing is real hard. So he taught me how to hit hard, even though that wasn't his thing. So I can help you because you got that hard style. So I'm working with you on that.
Hey man, when I look at you, homie, when I watch you dance, I see the passion in you. Real talk. I could tell that you love passion. Hey, I came up with a slogan. I call myself a pimp. You know what pimp stand for me?
What it stand for?
Pop locking is my profession.
Oh.
Hold on. Don't y'all take my shit now. You heard it here. Cool Boy said it first. Here, hold on. Hey, you can change the P. Pop locking is my passion.
Oh, Chuck, you got
that? Look at Chuck. Chuck crazy. Hey.
That's a good one.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see the passion when you get out, man, and you're very, very fluent and controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very and accurate. Your accuracy. It's almost like, did you take ballet, man?
Oh, cool boy, you about to go there, dog? All right, check it out. I ain't gonna lie.
That was alright.
We got Poppin Chuck.
That's nasty. Wow.
I took some ballet classes. I took belly dancing classes. I took some tap, and then also my original background in dancing, I was a stepper, also known as bopping back in the day. So with that makes you real precise because you got to hit boom boom boom. You got to hit those. You got to hit those beats.
How advanced did you get with ballet?
Well, you know, I was doing. I had like about a year or so in, and I was, you know, that's what helped me get flexible with my body and helped me with all my stretching and everything.
Did you take that as a kid?
I took that. I started getting into like I was about 14, 15. So
You volunteered to do it, or was you forced?
no, I took it on my own because also I was also at the time I was doing martial arts too. So and my instructor was like, yeah, you know, if you get into some ballet, that'll help you loosen up and everything. So I just got into that and I started liking it. I'm like, oh man, you know, and I had to give it up because they were like, you got to wear the tights. I was like, that's a bridge too far for me. So I was like, no, I can't wear no tights.
Hey, I'm very observant, man. I look at you and I can tell. I can see the ballet in you. I can see the balance. I can see the coordination.
Yeah, that's the ballet that they were so strict on your lines, your feet. Like if people watch me, they'll notice a lot of times, especially when I'm touching, my feet are always at 45-degree angles.
Mm-hmm.
They just got that inbred in me.
You're in first position.
Yeah, first position.
What's it called? Cliche?
Oh, you're talking about
The plie.
Plie, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I took ballet, and I think I lasted maybe a month. And I don't know if y'all remember back in the day they had America's Best Dance Crew.
Right.
Yeah.
And there was a girl, we are heroes.
Okay, yeah.
And the main Asian girl that was in that crew, they won, matter of fact. They won. Mm-hmm. And she was taking ballet, and this was when I was teaching pop locking, man, down at IDA in Hollywood. And I wanted to learn ballet for the same reasons, man, for balance and coordination and body control and everything. But the instructor, her lingo, she had an accent that was too strong for me. I couldn't understand her. For some reason, everybody else in the class could, but I couldn't get it. So naturally, I went back to like high school again. I started bullshitting in the class and playing around. And the girl from We Are Heroes was right in front of me. And so I'll be behind her, we'll be doing, and I'll start cracking jokes and shit, and acting stupid. But I said, man, this is not cool. Let me get out the class because she's laughing. I'm interrupting the class. But I really wanted to learn, homie. I really did want to learn.
Yeah, I definitely would suggest that to poppers, like get into some ballet, even especially right now the belly dancing, because that'll just get your body ready for some serious waving, because that's what helped me put waves.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Hey, earlier you mentioned, man, the shadow puppets. Mm-hmm. You didn't think that was gonna get past me, did you?
I do.
Here we go, T. Here we go.
The shadow puppets. Do they puppetry? You know, that's my thing, homie. That's my shit. Do they puppet?
I'm sorry, cool boy. They don't really puppet like that. No.
Oh, okay. I will tell the shadow puppets we need to talk, homie. Don't be representing puppets if y'all ain't puppetrying, homie. No, I'm just good.
Me and Chuck, we was trying to holler at him like, hey, y'all should maybe think about putting a little puppet in your game, since your name says shadow puppet, so people will be kind of like waiting for the puppets, like, well, where the puppet at? So, but you can holler at him, cool boy.
Nah, hey man, I just love the fact that they out there getting down. So I got nothing but pop lock love for them. Poppin Chuck, what you got planned for Robot Mafia from this point on?
Man, we try to keep on going, man. We want to be able to expand ourselves, do some more judging, do some more performances. I just recently won a big award called 3 Arts Award. So I want to do some actually stage performances with the group.
What's the award for? What is the award for?
It's for the arts. It's for dance. For working in Chicago teaching dance.
Right on, homie. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're gonna use some of that money to produce our shows.
Chuck, name all the members in the crew.
Okay, it's myself, T-Bugs, Cobra, Space Capital. Who else? See, that's the main.
Well, because right there. What happened? Because we have the OG part of the group, and that consists of me, Chuck, Pat, Space Capital, Cold Wave, which is Jerry, and we had another guy, Mike. I think that's all of us. So, and then what happened? Then I said, let's open up the group to some of the some young poppers. So now we got new crew members, and we're actually right now at this point we're letting in new members almost every other day, because what we want to do, we want to spread the love of popping all over the world. Right. So that's why with the new members, that's what we're looking for. Like, you're talking about the passion. So we want that passion, and we want to help spread that not only in our cities and country, but throughout the world.
Well, that's the meaning of mafia, right? That's the meaning of that mafia, right?
We got people. We got people in Brazil.
Yeah.
We got people in
Woo.
what's the other country?
Damn, did we get any
China.
footage of them?
What's the Taiwan? What Taiwan? Where is it?
Yeah, we got
We're at it.
Taiwan, Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's like an international group, Russia.
Right.
So we're just kind of like trying to bring it all together and just just basically we want to unite, spread the love, and a lot of the other members, they have all type of talent. So we also want to try to give them a stage for the other talents. Like we got a lot of people in the group that make music. We have artists. So we're just trying to network.
Hey, Chuck, I'm going to ask you a question, homie.
Okay.
And I want you to respond in your most, how I want to say this, most passionate, heartfelt voice, even if it's angry, even if it's with anger, or even if it's with sadness. I want you to respond. Yeah, however you want to respond when I ask you. And the question might motivate you to come angry. Here's the question. Or you might have an answer for it. I don't know. Here's the question, homie. Do you have an expiration date with pop locking?
When I can't move no more.
So you do have one.
When I can't move anymore.
That was a kind of angry. That was kind of a. It's not what I'm.
I mean, popping. You know, it's a passion. So I'm gonna keep doing it as long as I feel the.
I feel that. I feel that, homie. What about you, T?
Oh, you know me, dog. You don't stop till the casket drops.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting one of y'all to say, hell motherfucking no, cool boy, you crazy? To ask me a goddamn question like that? It ain't no damn expiration date on this shit. What the fuck is this nigga asking me?
You know we talk mafia, so we cool as hell with
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like, no, we just keep, to the casket.
Robot Mafia, man, sound like y'all be pop locking like this though. With the machine.
Well, we just try to keep it real cool.
Yeah.
Keep it real cool, man.
That's what's up.
Business never personal. That's how we get out.
Yeah. Right on, man. Right on. Hey, Chuck, did you have an issue with adjusting to the weather from Cali to Chi-Town?
No. I mean, it was cold, but I'm a rider, so, I used to walk to work in the snow. I'm like, gotta do what I gotta do. It's part, it goes with the territory.
Hey, man, had you not built a relationship with T-Bugs and your new pop locking family out there, do you think you would have ended up back in Cali? Pop locking is your world.
Well, it's not my world. It's something I'm passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been doing it so long. It is a part of my life. God is my world.
Nice check. Homie.
But I love my brothers, and I like to be a part of group. I want unity, and I want to produce something. Thank you.
God damn it, Chuck.
Yeah, people calling me, man. Super popular. Yeah, but I want to be a part of a group, and I love the unity and the camaraderie, and especially with the older brothers. It's like, because they understand the time period, and that's different because it's not only about pop locking, it's about culture, and that's what a lot of young people don't understand. Back when we was pop locking, it was a lot of other stuff going on, and we pop locked through all that stuff, through gang banging, drug dealing, dysfunctional homes, everything. We pop locked through all that, it was a different time. So like we got a camaraderie that a lot of these young people don't have. They just like to dance and they feel good about what they're doing, but we got more than that. It's more of an expression, it's more of an outlet and expression. It's a feeling you get when you get out. And then when other people respect you for what you do. I remember when I was young, I used to pop lock, and the gangbangers would hit me up, and then they see me pop lock, and they be like, stall him out, cuz. He cold. He pop locking. Stall him out. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Don't, you know. So I'm like, oh, that's cool, because they see me pop locking. They was like, he cool. He cool, you know. So
Yeah,
respect what I do, because they used to pop lock too.
yeah.
So
It
I
most
pop
definitely,
lock
it most definitely got us
60s,
passes.
Playboys, everybody.
Yeah, it most definitely got us passes, homie. That pop locking most definitely
Yeah.
did that. Yeah. T Bugs, you Chicago's a little different with the gangs versus Cali,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I know you guys got like disciples and stuff like that, right? Is there any like in Cali, the gang banging runs the running mates. Most gang members were pop lockers. Is that the same for Chicago?
Uh, no. It's like, well, back when I first started, it was a little like that, like very little, man. It was so different. It's like a lot of people that were in the gangs, they didn't dance at all, but they just dug it. They like, oh
Okay.
man, they oh yeah, but so it never really like came together like that. It was always like separate
Oh
here.
man, that's the Cali culture out here, man. The low riding and the pop locking and the gang banging, it all blends together, man.
Yeah, see, that's here. Like it's so disconnected. You
Yeah.
know, that's why it's one of the reasons why the popping here, like why it really dropped off drastically after 83, 84.
Yeah.
We were down to like almost like maybe one or two crews.
Yeah.
When house music hit, that cleared out all the poppers, because the poppers they went to house because with the house music scene, you could get all up on the girls, get freaky and everything.
Hey.
So the white gloves came off.
Hey, come on.
Stuff. I was like, damn, dog, we were just popping last week. What happened? Man, you got to start jacking it up, man. That's what's happening now. So I
Man,
was like,
ladies love the pop lockers.
yeah, I just kept it popping throughout, man.
Yeah. Hey, T Bugs, is there a goal or something in the future that you're still shooting for to accomplish with pop locking?
Well, what I'm hoping to accomplish is like pass it along and get popping, like, because popping is still kind of way down, or at least out here, it's kind of still way down on the list. It's like, I would say, it's not like really, it's not well respected as I would like it to
It's
be.
unparalleled. It's not recognized like it should be. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
don't
that's
get
what
no
I'm saying.
recognition, man. The acknowledgement is at a low degree.
Like
Yeah.
a special sect. Like a special sect. You
Yeah.
know? It's not as trendy as it is in Los Angeles, or other places. It's kind of like we got our own groups. Like we kind of come together, Got certain sections of the Midwest that's doing popping,
Poppin Chuck, what's your your biggest accomplishment, man, that made you feel good that you've done with this dance?
I guess that would be, I got a couple of them. When we did the show at the Navy Pier, remember that T?
Yeah.
We did the Robot Mafia show. It was a skit I made up with me and Pat about Christmas, and then we came on and popped the Curtis Blow Christmas rap, and then another time where I performed in LA with the LA Breakers, and Karis One was on stage freestyling, and I'm freestyling popping, and he's rapping about me popping.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And then
Is that on
of course,
YouTube?
Huh?
Is that on YouTube?
No, it's not on YouTube. That was at the I think it's called the Vault in Long Beach.
Yeah.
And another time where I performed Medusa and Poppin' Lady AK at the Smokeout tour.
Oh.
That was like there's about 50,000 people out there. That was 2001, I believe. Yeah, 2001. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Poppin Chuck, tell everybody, man, on Pop Lock Talk, something about you that's deep and sincere that you think people should know.
I I care a lot about children and about their influences, you know, and I pray the future that the kids will be able to use their energies in a proper manner. You know, I really do genuinely love children, you know. Every time I see kids, I just be like, wow.
It take you back, huh?
Huh?
It take you back to your time, huh?
Yeah, it takes you back. And that's why I still keep popping, because the kids still are amazed at what you do, and then that influences them to want to do something. I always do it when I used to teach the elementary school kids. I'm like, I'm going to do a dance. And like, what are you going to do, Mr. Chuck? I'm going to do the robot dance. I would just call it the robot dance. And they're like, and so every time I see me do the robot dance, Mr. Chuck, and they go, look, Mom, he doing the robot dance. So they remember me for doing a little robot. So they're like, oh, you know, so they'll never forget that, you know, because I never forgot it when I was a kid, when I first seen the robot.
That's
you know?
dope, homie. That is super dope. Really dope. Yeah. Hey, Poppin Chuck, man, what's one of the main things that you miss about pop locking in Cali, though?
Being with my partner, Poppin Lady AK.
Have you talked to her?
Yeah, I talk to her every week.
That's dope.
But it's just that, you know, we used to pop together. I used to inspire her, and she would inspire me, you know, and we used to, you know, we had fun doing it, you know. It was just fun, you know. And we did some amazing things. And because she used to pop with Medusa. That's how I met her in 97. She was popping with Medusa at Griffith Park.
That's dope.
And I met her.
Pop lock love to Medusa and Lady AK. Hey, y'all need to call Cool Boy. Medusa, hit me up. Lady AK, hit me up. Holla at me.
Yep.
Right on, right on. T-Bugs, we got to get you down here in Cali, man. You got to come bust, man.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, me and the Chuckster, we're going to be heading out to Cali later this year, right, Chuck?
Yeah, we going to the Poppers Picnic, and we're going to the Oakland Barbecue. We're bringing the Mafia out there.
Hey, man, y'all need to start putting my events on y'all calendar, okay? I'm throwing the hottest pop locking battles out here now.
Oh, yeah, you got the cheese, man.
Get out there to your next one for sure.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I want to chill up down there, man, and just chill out with you, man. Kick it.
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Hey, you know, I used to, my grandfather used to live in Riverside. So we used to go to Lake Elsinore because they had a boat. And we would go out there and fish and hang out when I was a little kid.
Well, you can still do it now. I don't live in Lake Elsinore. I live next door to it in a city called Canyon Lake, man. I got a boat and everything. Okay. So if you still want to go fishing, well, you know what? Actually, I don't allow no fishing on my boat. I got a gigolo boat. I mean, we do all the player shit on my boat. we might the most messiest thing we have on my boat is some beer and some chicken, homie. And we play the music loud and we roll. But y'all welcome to come. When y'all come down, let's jump on the boat and let's ride, homie. And let's come down to my dance studio and do some pop locking.
Oh, for sure, man. You know, that's the first thing on the list, man.
Yeah. Hey, Poppin Chuck.
And we want some barbecue.
Hey, I'm barbecuing now too, homie.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to have some fun with y'all, man. I want to ask Poppin Chuck some questions, and then I'm going to ask you, T-Bugs, the same questions with Poppin Chuck. Right. So T-Bugs, don't answer none of them. You keep your own answers for yourself. Chuck, let's have some fun. You want to have some fun with me, homie?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. I want you to choose Pit Bull or Rottweiler.
Pitbull.
You go for the pit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beyonce or Vanity?
Vanity.
I ain't heard not one old school cat yet pick Beyonce. Hey.
All day. I used to love her when I was a kid.
Lamborghini or Lowrider?
What you saying?
A Lamborghini or Lowrider?
Lowrider.
Ooh. Okay.
Lowrider.
Tacos or collard greens?
Tacos.
Okay.
I'm from LA. Tacos.
Tacos. Okay.
Tacos. Collard greens.
What's happening or good times?
What's happening? Because the Fred rerun.
Rerun and lock it. Not JJ Dynamite. All right.
Hey, but I like JJ too because he's an artist. So.
Right. Oh, that's a good point for you. Right.
Yeah.
Levi's or Dickies? T said,
oh man, that's a hard one.
Oh man.
Because Levi's look cold, but I dance in Dickies, so. But I don't know. I like the look of Levi's. Let's put it that way. I'm talking about the old ones. Used to starch up,
Okay. Okay. 501s.
Yeah.
Ice Cube or Snoop?
Ice Cube.
Okay. Friday. Yay. Zap or Parliament?
Oh, damn. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. That's
You got Roger Troutman with the talk box, but then you got Knee Deep. Not just Knee Deep, get it that
I don't want to versus with the funk. I embrace all the funk.
Pick one, Chuck. Sir No's gonna get hot. He gonna be mad at you, man.
But yeah, that's difficult, man. I don't know. That's a hard one. I can't choose.
Okay, let's break it down to songs. More bounce to the ounce or Knee Deep?
More bounce to the ounce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, homie.
Yeah.
T-Bugs, let's clap it up for Chuck. Those was hard questions. Those was hard questions.
I thought you was going short circuit for a while. You was like,
Hey, okay, so T-Bugs, we're gonna run through the same list, but I'm finna break one. I'm finna ask you some questions off the top of my head, knowing you from Chicago.
all right.
Michael Jordan money or Oprah Winfrey money?
Oh, come on, man.
You Oprah Winfrey money all day.
Okay. Beyonce or Vanity, T-Bugs?
You know it's got to be vanity all day.
Okay, you going with Vanity? Okay. Something tell me, man, if Beyonce was right here right now twerking in front of y'all, y'all would be like, I never said that, Beyonce. I chose you. No.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, it's like Beyonce is like, right? So if she was in my
right
face,
there, would you get out? Would you get out with Jay over it? Would you get out with him?
we would have to go.
T-Bugs said we have to go.
Wait, cool boy.
Yeah.
Something you don't know. When I was in high school, my nickname was Little Prince Charles because I looked like Prince.
Oh, I can see that.
That was what I was known for in high school.
Okay.
And ask Sensei Bach.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Sensei. Hey, T-Bugs, Bruce Lee or Muhammad Ali?
Oh man. Don't know my top two idols of all time.
What about Jim Kelly?
Jim Kelly? He up there when it comes to Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali, man.
Come on.
I'm gonna go with Bruce Lee, man.
Who phone is that?
That was somebody calling me T.
Okay.
I
T.
know who it is. Put it on mute, Chuck.
Ali or Bruce, T?
Man, dude, it's Bruce Lee by a hair.
Oh, that hurts.
I know.
I love Bruce Lee. I got posters of him all through my garage, but ain't nobody messing with Ali. Bam, back online. Hey, we got the full squad now. We finally got Cobra in the building with us. Man, Cobra, we was just about to end Pop Lock Talk with Robot Mafia, but now that you finally made it with us, man, we're going to have to chop it up a little bit more because there's some information that needs to come from you. I see you got your logo. You got your robot with you. You got your robot with you. All y'all robotic ready. Everybody's robotic ready. Where's my robot? Okay. Hey, Cobra, you look like it's below zero out there, homie.
Are you unmute yourself?
Oh, you got to unmute yourself. Your mic not on. Your mic ain't on. Tap your mic.
Oh, dog, do this.
Hello?
Now he turned his light on.
Man,
Where'd he go?
oh, damn.
Now for my next trick, I'm going to disappear.
It just came alive.
Hey, y'all didn't tell me y'all had a magician in the crew.
Oh, we do got a magician in the crew. You forgot to mention Spellbinder.
T-Bugs. Hey, we're gonna let Cobra work on getting his mic on. And T-Bugs, I think we got 3 more questions left for you on that questionnaire.
3 more questions, and I need to revise my answer, man. I gotta go with Muhammad Ali, man. I can't. It don't sit.
Oh,
right.
that's sat on your conscience. That's sat on your conscience, huh?
It was too much. I said, hell no, man. You know it's Muhammad, dog.
All day.
Him, but conscience was like, Muhammad, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I feel good. Rock.
So, 501 Levi's or Dickies?
I'm gonna tell you, man. There's no question out here for your boy. It's Dickies all day.
Ooh. Okay.
All day, no hesitation, man.
Okay. Well, you know what? For myself, I probably like the way 501s look better for me, but I find myself being able to dance and move better in Dickies.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
But it's just something the way them 501s look when they sit on the end of my K-Swiss or my Adidas, the way they bunch up at the bottom or the way they look on my Chucks. I don't know. It's just something about when I crease them up, they just stay strong there. I don't know, man. Yeah. Cobra, you got to get that working, man. We don't do sign language. You look like you gang banging on us.
Yeah, dog.
You gotta hit the mute button on the thing.
Going up here doing his home.
You remind me.
Yeah.
Okay. So, T-Bugs, Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg?
Oh. Man, I was hoping I wouldn't get that question, man. Damn. All right. This is so tough because, you know, man, Cube got some serious pop lock joints that I dig. But Snoop, it's another close one. But you know what, man? I got to make the call like I'm judging the dance contest. Here we go. I'm going with Snoop. Snoop.
That's because of Battle Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's because of Battle.
and you right, Poppin Chuck. It's the music for me to pop to with Snoop, but I think Ice Cube got the legacy over Snoop because he go back with he was rapping with Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying?
Right. His lyrics.
Yeah.
Hey, Do or Die or Bone Thugs and Harmony?
You know what? Even though Do or Die, you know.
That's your hometown.
Yeah,
But I got to go with Bone Thugs and Harmony for the longevity and the serious harmonies, man.
They hard. They hard.
Yeah.
Hey, look at Cobra. Cobra went with you on that one too. Cobra, you agree? Okay.
Yeah, I think his mic is on, right?
Nah, his
Is your
mic's.
mic on yet? No, dog, your mic ain't on.
Because that little thing is not,
Hey, what you know what? Which reminds me, T-Bugs and Cali, man, the rappers, the West Coast rappers, and I'm gonna say I'm responsible for this. They work with us pop lockers.
Yeah.
Dub C love pop lockers. The Dog Pound love pop lockers. Snoop loves pop lockers. Mac 10 love pop lockers. You know, I danced for a rap artist named Sugar Free. He loved pop lockers. Is it the same in Chi-Town? Do the rappers that come from Chicago, do they love pop locking?
I'm gonna keep it so real right now. No.
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 So
Like I said earlier,
who messes with y'all? The funk bands? Somebody better love y'all. Who loves Robot Mafia?
see, I like here. No. Just it's just us, but you know, we got like love from the streets with the other dancers and stuff here. But far as like when it comes to like working with bands and rappers and stuff like that, it's no love at all. And that's cool. I understand that, but it's like so separated here. That's why you don't see any pop in any videos with any other artists out here.
Right.
Well, then you know what, man? That really makes me pay homage and a lot of love to our artists out here, because any concert I go to, if Snoop sees me, if I can be in the crowd and if he sees me, I'm on stage.
Yeah.
He'll stop and say, hey, bring the pop locker up here, and he'll put on some funk, let him get out. He'll give me 30 seconds of fame, homie.
Damn.
You know, they show love like that here.
That's
hear
the
how they-
culture. That's the culture.
That's the thing. Culture out there is so different from the one here. Because here, they'll see you and they'll be like, you're not getting on the stage.
Yeah, well, hey, that's a challenge. That's something that you can make change.
Yeah.
You know, it's not impossible. You know?
No, not impossible. This ain't been done yet. That's all.
Right.
Right.
Parliament or Zap?
Oh, Mothership Connection, Chuck. Oh.
He should have said the barcade.
Oh.
I'll say Cameo or the Barcades.
Oh, yeah.
Parliament, man.
Parliament. That Funkadelic. That Funkadelic.
Yes.
I'm just a big fan of Roger Troutman, man. I love Roger Troutman. That is something about that talk box, man, that touched me right here, homie.
Yeah.
You get me. You get me. Hey, so look, man, let's do this. I feel like what I'm about to say is very considerate. And I'm speaking on Cobra.
Okay.
T-Bugs, I know you know Cobra very well.
Yeah.
Talk for him right now. What would Cobra be saying?
Right now, Cobra would be breaking down so much history about Chicago popping, because he remembers way more than I do. He would be breaking all that down, and then he would probably also go into a breakdown about me, because I'm not going to say a lot about me. But Cobra, he's been like a great supporter, my number one supporter through everything, always had my back. And I have to say, man, dude always had my back. And he'll like I said, because I don't like to talk about myself at all too much, but dude will tell you a whole lot of cool stories, a lot of funny stories, man, about how I used to be. I'm so different now, man. It's like I was a born again nice popper.
Oh, you was off the chain. Cobra, yes or no? He was off the chain, Cobra? He can't even hear me now. Hear no evil, see no evil, everything. He just blind and deaf.
Can you see this, Cobra? Do this. All right, you can't.
Cobra in another world. We lost Cobra. We most definitely gonna have to have another Pop Lock talk where Cobra Mike is working. But I want to say, man, I truly appreciate you guys. I love what y'all doing. I'm a fan. I admire you guys to the fullest. Poppin Chuck, I'm glad you got a home where your heart is there. You know what I'm saying? T-Bugs, hey, man, keep working with them kids. Keep busting with them. You know what I'm saying? Cobra, apologize we didn't get to chop it up, man, but we're gonna do this again. Pop Lock Talk ain't going nowhere, homie. And all I can say is Pop Lock love to y'all. And before we end this, man, let's throw a wave. Let's throw a wave. Let's start it with Cobra. Cobra, if you can hear us, throw that wave, man. Then let it hit Chuck. Then it's going to hit me, and then it's going to hit Cobra. Let's run it. Y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are hey, I got a question for y'all. Hey.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to point. Chuck, you point at whoever. T-Bugs, you point at. I'm going to ask this question. Who is most likely, Cobra, you point to, who is most likely to get y'all kicked out of a club? Chuck, who you pointing at? At Cobra? Cobra.
Yeah. Cobra. He's the one that'll get us kicked out.
Cobra get y'all kicked out?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got another one. Who is most likely to mess up in the routine? Who? T-Bugs?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cobra, you pointing at Chuck?
No, he's pointing at T.
You're pointing at me, right?
Oh, because, see, on my screen, T is down low. Okay.
Oh,
okay, T.
yeah.
Okay, a T. Okay, T-Bugs.
Yeah, that's I'll fuck it up every rip.
Okay. All right. Let me give y'all another one.
Back to the phone.
Who is most likely to come not in full correct uniform?
Oh, I know who that is.
Chuck?
Oh,
Cobra?
Yeah,
Cobra, Cobra, you rack it up. Look, I don't think Cobra agree with that one, y'all.
No. Remember the guys' gloves you used to wear, the mixed martial artist gloves on stage? I used to call you gloves for a second. Yeah, dog, that wasn't working with us that night. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's right. I never forget.
Okay. Hey.
See, what?
Cobra, they got you. They got you, Cobra. Hey, man, I want my Robot Mafia shirt, homie, in the mail. I'm in the crew, homie.
You in the crew? What size you wear, cool boy?
Give me a 3X, man. 3X or a 4X. Something I can still wave in. You know, and I got to get my waves, homie. I got to be able to, you know.
All right, well, it's coming in the mail then, dog.
All right. Hey,
You in the crew now.
who is most likely, when y'all on your way to a show, is to say, right before y'all, no sense of urgency. Rather stop and get a burger. Make y'all pull over and get a burger before you get to the show. Who's most likely to do that? T be hungry, huh? T don't give a damn.
I like to
Yeah,
off
I
at
say
T-Marts and grab cookies and shit. Before a show. So, yeah, they know me. I love honey buns, man.
You like, man,
Can I get some honey buns right quick, y'all?
Oh, man. Who is most likely to end up being late because they was fighting with their girl?
Oh, you know who that is?
Who is that?
Oh, that's Cobra, man.
Cobra is racking up.
Yeah.
Cobra is racking up.
Yeah.
Look at Cobra. Man. Hey, fellas, I'm going to bring it to an end, man. Y'all a lot of fun, homie. Y'all a lot of fun. Yeah. Hey, y'all continue to take care of the little big homie.
We got him.
The little big homie. Y'all continue to take care of Poppin Chuck, man. And T-Bugs and Cobra, y'all got a home Anytime y'all come to Cali, y'all can come stay at Cool. I got a 4-bedroom house by myself, homie. Extra rooms. I'm on the lake, on the water. Y'all come hang out with me. My whole house looking like a fucking arcade. It's like a big ass kid house, homie. Y'all come have some fun, spend the night, and come down to the studio, and we can pop lock all day. We can bump Parliament and Zap, Snoop and Ice Cube. How about that?
Let's do it. I'm with that, man. We paying you a visit, man.
Yeah.
Bring his beats, Steve. Bring your beats.
I'll bring some tracks with me too, cool boy.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Now I'm gonna get your tuts, homie. I'm gonna get your tuts. I'm gonna get your tuts, homie.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm out, y'all. Pop lock love. Booyah.
Booyah! What's pop locking, y'all? If you have not subscribed to Cool Boys Boxing Camp and Dance Academy, man, push that button. Come on, push that button and subscribe. That way we may be able to send you an email and bring you on our show, Pop Lock Talk. This show, man, is, to let everybody know that, you got the rap industry, you got the hip hop industry, you got the acting industry. Well, there's a such thing now as the pop lock industry. And this is where we talk about it right here. Cool Boys Boxing Camp and Dance Academy. Booyah!